Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing a reading today to the Divine Feminine, which is how does your Divine Masculine currently see you and feel about you at this particular time? So obviously, if the title resonates for you, go ahead and tune into the reading. If it doesn't, then no worries. Just go ahead and click off today. I do say he or him for masculine and she or her for feminine. It's just the way that I channel, so just apply the energies how they resonate for your situation. And of course, just take what resonates. So I have this set up here because you guys are just going to choose your messages based on the tarot deck that you feel most drawn to. So I will put these timestamps down below, but we have the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot for number 1. We have the Angel Wisdom Tarot for number 2 and the Animal Tarot cards for number 3. You're more than welcome to pick more than one, choice, or you can pick the entire reading if you want to, totally leaving it up to you guys. So let's get started. We're going to start off with number 1. All right, you guys, if you chose number 1, the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, let's go ahead and see how your Divine Masculine is seeing you and feeling about you currently. All right, so let's get into it. So let's start off with this deck here. All the decks will be listed down below. How is this Divine Masculine currently seeing this Divine Feminine? For those of you that chose number 1. Ooh, we have the Worker. I enjoy getting in touch with who I am as an individual. Okay, so this masculine right now could be seeing this Divine Feminine work very, very hard at this present time, getting in touch with who she is as an individual, basically being very independent and working towards a particular goal at this time. So hardworking Divine Feminine, not sitting around doing nothing, definitely a motivated feminine here. That is how the masculine is seeing her. All right, let's go ahead and get another card. We also have last quarter moon and Cancer. So it could be that you're a Cancer Divine Feminine, but this says take a breather. What's interesting here is that this masculine is seeing the feminine just kick ass and take names, pretty much like not taking a breather, really working very, very hard. And I just feel like this feminine is probably with this Cancerian energy, obtaining something as far as like maybe purchasing a home or just making her home very, very nice, her surroundings, just really feeling good in her, just her home and her environment and what she's trying to build at this present time. It's kind of like work hard and rest later. That's how this masculine is seeing this feminine. All right, let's go ahead and see. Okay, wow, we have the goddess vibe that already came through, Mother Earth. Very interesting to me, because this to me is someone who is working hard in the material world, building something around themselves. The Cancerian energy is very homey as well, very mothering, very nurture. So it's interesting that he sees her as Mother Earth, okay? It says you are being called upon to help with environmentalism. This could also be a Divine Feminine that's really focused on, a particular cause or making a difference in the world in some sort of way. So she could be a light worker as well. I'm getting that with the worker energy here and trying to raise the vibration of the planet as a whole, right? So to me, bringing peace, like taking a breather, bringing peace to the earth at this present time. So really seeing her making a difference and getting in touch with who she is, and maybe even living out her purpose and her mission at this present time. So there's definitely some sort of vibration connected to her that's pretty high vibe, but working hard to make a difference, working hard to basically build the life that she wants to build, right? Maybe even seeing her as the mother of his children, somebody that he feels really, really comforted by. The Cancerian energy and motherly energy to me is a nurturing energy. So this masculine might really feel nurtured and cared for from this Divine Feminine, really longs to be in her presence or longs to be in her world. Maybe sees her as the ideal mother, the ideal wife, the ideal partner, or something like that. Some somebody that he can actually relax with and take a breather with. Maybe as partners, seeing you as someone that works equally as hard as he does, somebody where you guys can build an amazing life together so that way you guys can enjoy your retirement later on. That's the vibe I'm getting from this masculine. Really respects this feminine and how hard she works, just really respects her, period, as a feminine. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get the messages here from the tarot cards. How else does this masculine see this feminine right now? Ooh, the Four of Air. This is very cool. There's something about peace here. Very peaceful energy. She knows how to work hard, but maybe she also knows how to relax, right? Or she works hard so that way she can enjoy a vacation, takes vacations. Somebody who lives a luxurious life even is what I'm seeing here. But someone that does still take time to meditate, to relax and recuperate, right? So he sees her as somebody who works hard and deserves to enjoy the things that she has created. I'm kind of getting this Nine of Pentacles vibe here that this masculine feels towards this feminine. Somebody that he feels like he can relax in her presence. He may not feel like he has to work so hard because not that he's relying on her to take care of him, but as a team, you guys can actually create a beautiful life to where you don't have to work so hard later on, if that makes sense. So there's definitely this really beautiful, peaceful vibe that masculine feels towards this particular feminine. Ooh, we have the Five of Fire here. Conflicts, annoyances, and competition. What I'm getting here is that right now, it could be that this masculine feels like maybe you have created this kind of wall around yourself, or maybe you and him have had some sort of a conflict, so he wants to have peace with you, right? But he's not trying to annoy you or push you at this present time. So maybe this masculine feels like it's just better to stay kind of separated or stay in the background right now, kind of letting you work and do your thing. And perhaps maybe at a later date, contemplates moving towards you or, just confronting you in some way. So there could have been an issue or a problem that this masculine has had with you, divine feminine. Yeah. And it's going to take, with the Emperor's energy, this is Aries energy, it's going to take some confidence on this masculine's part to face you or to match your energy, divine feminine. So he could be trying right now to get his life organized, kind of structure, and take more of a dominant role in his life. So it might be that he's trying to level up with you, divine feminine, is what I'm seeing for this masculine, because he's got a lot of respect for you, but there's something that makes him feel like, I'm just not sure that I can match your energy, but maybe I'm working on it, is what I'm seeing with this masculine. All right, what else? Six of Earth, wants to be an equal to you. So he feels like you guys are equals, but he's not exactly sure on whether or not he has what it takes at this time to bring you everything that you deserve, divine feminine. Okay? So he wants to be able to have this nice reciprocity between the two of you. It's an equal exchange of give and take. He wants to be able to offer you something instead of coming into the connection and having nothing to offer. He wants to be able to offer you something or match your vibe, match your energy. He definitely wants to bring value to your life instead of challenge. So right now, if this masculine is kind of staying back, I feel like he is working hard on himself to match your energy later on, divine feminine, so you guys can have the 10 of Earth. Yes, this is what I feel. This right here is retirement, security, prosperity, and the end, commitment, family, living happily ever after. So that's what this masculine wants with you, feminine. He sees you as the ideal long-term partner, but just doesn't feel perhaps right now that he's secure enough to be able to bring this or match this energy in your life. But it's a vision that he has. He has this vision of you and him being together in this life, perhaps even having children or a family, animals, something like that, but a home. And basically coming together and combining your assets and your gifts together and living out your best lives together. So divine feminine, I feel it with this Emperor's energy. He's trying to match up. He's trying to come towards you when he has something valuable to offer you. But he sees you as somebody who he respects and somebody that in a way inspires him to want to be this emperor, the best version of himself. So he's just waiting to match up with you, and he's working hard in the meantime. That is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose number 1. So I hope that that resonates with you guys. So you guys are more than welcome to choose number 2 or 3 as well. So let's go ahead and continue. All right, you guys. So for those of you that chose number 2, the Angel Wisdom Tarot, let's go ahead and see how your masculine is seeing you, Divine Feminine, at this current time. Let's get the energy here. Okay, so we have the joyful. I know that the purpose of life is to be happy and live purposely. So this masculine could see this, you Divine Feminine right now, is just experiencing a lot of joy and living your life purposely in order to be happy. So like making the best of every situation, seeing the silver lining in situations, maybe even practicing positive thinking or the law of attraction. Whatever's happening here though, this masculine is seeing this feminine that has a life that has purpose. So feminine, right now, if you found your life purpose and you're living that right now, you're exploring your mission, you're living it. This masculine is seeing this, and he's seeing you in a joyous state. He's seeing this high vibration that's radiating from you. And if he's not seeing it with his physical eyes, what I'm getting here is he's feeling this energy. He feels your joy. Now, I feel like he also does feel the low vibrations from you as well. So this is a great reminder, not that you have to be always joyous and always in that high vibration, but it is such an inspiration to other people when you're more in that higher vibrational energy. So this masculine, I feel in a way, kind of looks to the feminine, looks to her on how to be. So really respects what he sees, like in number 1. But I feel like he just sees her sunny disposition, or her ability to turn frowns upside down, or to turn crappy situations into some kind of like blessing, like a blessing in disguise. And he really wants that for himself. He really wants that energy for himself. So this joyful energy feeds this divine masculine feminine. That's what I'm seeing here. And he really enjoys being around you because of your joyous energy, for sure. It's very magnetic to him. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so we have full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Wow. Okay, so this masculine also sees the feminine here as somebody who is very grounded and down to earth. So this is not like the kind of floating around and just being in a fantasy land. No. He actually sees her as pretty balanced. And I really like this energy here. You know, he sees her as still working hard. That's that Capricorn's energy, right? Still tending to her garden, still tending to her responsibilities, etc. So she's not floating around in the clouds and pretending that things don't suck sometimes. But she's choosing, she's purposely choosing to take shitty situations and turn them around. She's purposely choosing to take these hardships and to learn from them, to make them, to take the value and the lessons from the things that have happened. That's what I'm seeing. So this masculine really respects this feminine's ability to manifest from this area of almost like taking the shadow and turning it into light, taking the lemons and making lemonade. So he might see this feminine that she's gone through some things. Capricorn is connected to Saturn, which is very karmic, a lot of burdensome type of energy. So he may see her as a survivor as well. And she's been able to kind of come out the other side and still feel joyful and to still feel blessed with everything that she does have. So this is not a divine feminine who goes down in flames and is a victim. No, this divine feminine is a survivor. That's the story that I'm getting here. And this masculine looks to her on how to be. So she is in a way a muse to this masculine to help him to kind of see how to live a better life, how to live on purpose, how to basically take your life and turn it into something meaningful, to count your blessings, to be grateful, to be in a state of grace. This feminine has these qualities, and this masculine really wants this for himself and really respects this from this feminine. Oh, I love this. All right, let's see what goddess energy is coming through for her. Ooh, we have Vesta home. What's interesting is that this was connected to number 1, you guys. So if you watch number 1 already and you're watching number 2, this could just be an extended energy here that this masculine is feeling towards you, feminine. But it says your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So your home is everything to you. This doesn't actually have to be your physical home. It could just be like while you're here on earth, which is your home while you're here in this reality, right? You're going to make the best of this life. You're not going to waste a lot of time being pissed off. You're not going to waste a lot of time just complaining about the things that have happened to you. You're going to survive. You're going to take these things and turn it into something great. You're going to make the pain matter. You're going to basically do what you can to just keep going. And this masculine really loves this energy, divine feminine. Now, this masculine could also see this feminine right now because Capricorn has a lot to do with money, materialism. This could be that this feminine is purchasing a home. She's doing really well for herself in the material world. You know, she's been very smart with her money and her savings. She's invested wisely. And this masculine sees this feminine as someone who he sees her in high regard. He has a lot of respect for her with the decisions that she's made, or that she's doing really well, or that she is creating a beautiful home or a beautiful life for herself. That really came through number 1. So this masculine sees this feminine as being not lucky. He sees her as being smart. He sees her as being an entrepreneur. He sees her as somebody who has worked hard for what she has. He sees her as a survivor. And he also may see her as somebody, as a number 1, who he wants to share a home with, who he wants to share a life with, who he wants to build a life with, you know, to have a wife or the mother of his children or something like that. But somebody that has that Cancerian vibe, which we feel very safe and comforted in this divine feminine's energy. And that's what this masculine feels towards you, divine feminine. He feels like you're home to him. He feels very comforted in your presence. He feels like he can relax with you. He feels like he can be himself. He feels like you guys would be a good team, somebody that he can connect with and build a life with. That is what this masculine feels towards you, feminine. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Let's see what else this masculine is feeling towards this feminine, or how he sees her. We have the Hermit's energy. This is Virgo's energy. Okay. So the Hermit energy is kind of like, you know, the hermit crab who kind of retreats back into his shell, right? The Hermit is kind of connected to that crab energy with Cancerian. So there's something about Cancer vibes, but even though we have Capricorn and Earth here, so there's a lot of emotions, and the waters run deep with feminine here, but there's this earth, grounded down to earth energy where she's not living in fantasy. She's living in reality. She's got a good head on her shoulders, and this masculine really respects this feminine. Now, this masculine may also see this feminine as very wise. She's an old soul, very wise. He has something that he can learn from her. She's gone through a lot, because the Hermit can sometimes be a spiritual teacher, somebody who's gone within themselves, maybe even somebody who meditates. That came through number 1. With the Four of Swords energy. So this could be a very spiritual feminine, a light worker for some of you guys, but you're a spiritual person, but you also maybe have your day job. I'm getting that as well. But it says time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. So this masculine could see this feminine as somebody who can stand alone. She doesn't necessarily have to have someone in her life. It would be nice for someone to compliment her, but she's not looking for someone to complete her. She's complete on her own, and he respects that. Shine your light. This feminine is got a light in her. She could be a light worker, but she might not resonate with that title, but she is like a beacon of light for other people. She is a way shower for other people, okay? Because it says shine your light as an example to others. You're an example to this masculine divine feminine. You are. Your light shines for him and other people. Your light inspires him. We have seek out or become a spiritual mentor. So in a way, you are a mentor to this masculine. You're a spiritual teacher to this masculine. And it's all been with your own self-discovery that you've gotten to this place. So you may not be certified as a spiritual, leader or a healer or anything like that. This could just be, you just have this energy, you have this wisdom, you have this way about you. And this masculine is drawn to that vibration. Okay, feels like he can really learn something from you. Oh yeah, the Six of Pentacles actually came up in number 1, so I definitely feel like it's connected. The Six of Pentacles, you guys, is some kind of energy where it's a give and take, right? It's a nice balanced energy. You give, he gives. You give, he gives, right? So it says the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely or paying off a debt, sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. I feel like this masculine really wants to connect with this feminine because he sees her as somebody who she would be a good team. She would be somebody good to team up with, somebody where the energy is nice and flowing between the two of you. There's something that he gets from you and there's something that you get from him. He wants to give to you just like you want to give to him. So there's this really nice energy of that flow and exchange between the two of you. This masculine definitely wants to give. And I also feel like with number 1 too, this masculine wants to be able to provide something for you, feminine. He wants to be able to give you something to add value to your life, not to take from you, because he does respect what you've built up for yourself so far. So let's just say this masculine is the hermit right now, kind of like retreating into solitude, kind of trying to figure out who he is. I feel like this masculine may want to make an appearance in your life, feminine, when he is feeling that he is on your level or he feels like he can give to you of equal value. That's what I'm seeing too. Okay, so we do have the King of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. So the King of Swords is somebody who is also down to earth. This is someone who is not someone that lives in the clouds, not someone who, lets their emotions rule the day. No, they let their intellect rule their decisions. So it says intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic. Interesting. Stoicism. So you might be dealing with a masculine that is connected to the philosophy of Stoicism. Look that up. That's just what I'm getting with that stoic. Even though stoic is, a descriptive, about, like a stoic personality, someone who's kind of stoic. Stoicism, though, I'm getting that. This is someone who is very down to earth, which is why this masculine respects you, feminine, because you're not the kind of feminine who's just letting your emotions rule the day. You also take things into consideration. You're very down to earth. You're very practical. All right. It says receiving wise advice. Again, this masculine is receiving some wise advice from you, feminine. Remain objective and fair-minded, which is who he is. We also have public speaking, so he could be a public speaker, or maybe you are. Communicating clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. So this masculine could border on being somewhat detached. Really. Could be somewhat detached. But the thing is, feminine, it could be that you're the kind of feminine that accepts this portion of his personality. You don't take it personally. Maybe you realize that this masculine has some work to do on himself, where he's going to have to open up his heart space a little bit in order to let you in. And maybe you have open arms when he's ready for that, but you're certainly not waiting for that to happen. You are still living your life. I feel like this masculine feels that this feminine gets him. That's what it is. You get him, divine feminine, and he loves that about you. He loves that you just get him, because not a lot of people do. A lot of people will take this energy and they'll either, project a lot of their stuff onto him, or it actually drives them more crazy to where they keep trying harder and harder for this masculine's affection, right? But you, divine feminine, you don't do that. And that's why this masculine really respects you. You may have retreated away from this masculine and just left him alone. And I feel like that is something also that has worked in your favor. Because when he's ready to come towards you, he will. It won't be because you're calling him. It won't be because you're pestering him. It will be because that's what he feels he wants to do. And that's when you're going to know that it's time. That's when you're going to know that it's real. is because that's the decision that he makes. And it doesn't mean that you're going to give him all the power in the situation. No, you're still doing you. You're still living your best life. It's just a nice thing when this suddenly happens. So I love this for you, feminine. And we have the Two of Swords, okay? So I feel like right now the Two of Swords is kind of where this connection might be at. Maybe there's a stalemate right now. Maybe it will be unwise to come together at this present time. Maybe there's something that's still in the works. And I do feel like this masculine right now is still working on himself. But it says being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your heart rather than trying to make others happy. And I do like this because if the masculine wanted to make you happy, feminine, he would just come towards you now. But he is actually choosing to take care of himself. He's choosing to allow some time to go on, wait for better timing, wait until he feels more readily available to be in his heart space. Because maybe right now he's not in his heart space, and that would really be nice for him to be in that heart space. Even though you accept his personality, it still would be nice for him to be able to open up his heart to you. But it does say here, pretending there is no problem, overanalyzing a situation. So I feel like we are not necessarily pretending that there's no problem, where we understand that there are things that need to shift and change. But instead of staying stuck by overanalyzing this, we're choosing to focus on other things. And I just feel like this masculine feels feminine, that you've just kind of let him be to figure out what he needs to figure out. And so this is another reason why he just respects your decision to just kind of let him be for the time being. And I love that. Let's get one last message. And we have the Magician. I love this. It's so magical. So it says, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. The Magician is connected to Mercury, and Mercury is Gemini's energy and Virgo. So we have Virgo coming up 2 times here. But this right here, to me, is just being practical. Baby, stop. I don't know why she's crying all of a sudden. But this is about being very logical. That's what Gemini is. Gemini is very logical, okay? And the Virgo energy is very practical. So it's going to require a lot of logic and practical energy here and thinking in order to manifest what it is that you truly desire. So keep your nose, keep yourself in your own lane, feminine. I feel like because you're doing that, this masculine, when you least expect it, as if by magic, is going to just appear into your life and be ready, okay? But it's not going to be when you're waiting for it, and it's not going to be when you expect it. It's actually going to happen when you least expect it. And so this masculine, I feel, is going to pleasantly surprise this feminine at some point. But he really, really loves and respects that you're just leaving him to his own devices and giving him that time and space that he needs to figure it out. So that is what I have for you guys, for those of you that chose number 2. So let's go ahead and move on into number 3. All right, you guys, if you chose number 3, the Animal Tarot cards, let's go ahead and see how your masculine is seeing you at this present time or feeling about you. Let's see this energy here. We have the Patient. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I do feel like this entire reading is connected. I really don't do a lot of pick a card readings because usually I'm able to tap into a variety of different energies, but sometimes people do like this style. But I'm telling you right now, just with this card, I know number 1 and 2 were already connected. This one's connected too, because in number 2, Saturn's energy came up, and Saturn is all about burdens and lessons that we have to go through. This just tells me here that this is the same vibration of this feminine here. So it says, I can endure whatever twist and turns life brings me. Oh yeah. So feminines, you may have gone through the ringer. You may have gone through a lot of stuff. This masculine sees you as a survivor. Okay. So the patient is obviously somebody that needs to be taken care of. But the feminine that's coming through this reading or through the reading so far is very strong. She's not a victim. And even though there may have been things that have happened in her life that have caused that where she was a victim, she has chosen to rewrite that story. She has chosen to survive instead. She has chosen not to allow those things that have happened to her to define her. She's allowed these things to help her to grow and to become a stronger version of herself, is what she's decided to do. And so for number 3, this masculine is seeing this feminine actually as a survivor, somebody who has gotten through some tough times. Very strong vibration here, very strong energy. All right, let's see what else. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. And I love this because guess what? This masculine sees you, feminine, as somebody who's authentic. Let me tell you something. This is just my opinion. I feel like the more just raw, this is why I love raw people, okay? I love people that can be dark and unapologetic. They're my favorite types of people. You want to know why? Because I know without a shadow of a doubt how real those people are. Okay. And that goes for friends, lovers, family, anything. If somebody can basically just admit their faults and their darkness and their shadow to me in a conversation within 5 minutes, I already know I'm dealing with somebody authentic. Okay. So to me, that's the vibration that this masculine feels when it comes to this feminine. She's just real. Okay. She doesn't, it's not that she doesn't apologize. It just means that she is who she is. She's not ashamed of her past. She acknowledges that she's gone through things, and she may not identify as a victim, but the thing is, she's also real that life has sucked. It hasn't always been sunny. It hasn't always been, it hasn't always felt like a blessing. And she's really had to work hard to get to this energy where she's just now raw and real and herself. And this masculine freaking loves this energy. Now, in number 2, we had the masculine coming through as an Aquarius, King of Swords. So it's connected again. This masculine is also somebody who analyzes, somebody who just wants someone to be real and truthful and not really hide and not pretend, because that's how he is. He doesn't like to pretend. He likes to be real and authentic, and he wants her to be real and authentic. And I feel that this feminine is. And she's had to go through some stuff in order to get to this point, but he really loves this about you, Divine Feminine. He loves how real that you can be. Now, for some masculines, they may still be kind of hiding from who they are. You inspire this masculine to want to be more real and authentic and raw, because maybe he is afraid to do that. So you, feminine, actually bring this out in him, and you inspire him to want to be more real. You see this? That's beautiful. Let's see what else. What else does this masculine love about this feminine? Okay, so this one want to come up. Oh, we have Mary Magdalene. Unconditional love. This is fantastic. First of all, this masculine sees you, feminine, as someone who loves themselves. You accept who you are. You're not necessarily looking for another person's approval. This is badass energy. This is like super real and raw energy. This might be you're the kind of divine feminine that you rub people the wrong way, but you're kind of like weeding out the weak. Okay, you're weeding out the weak. You don't have time to give in to other people's, like what they want or what's going to make them feel comfortable. You're not a heartless person. Actually, you have a lot of heart, but some people might mistake that because you're so raw, because you're so real. You might have a lot of people that misunderstand you. So you're actually coming from an unconditionally loving place. Like you know how to love yourself unconditionally with all the raw, with all the dark, with all the stuff that's happened to you. And you're willing to love other people in that same way. But if people are not comfortable with their dark, if they're not comfortable with their shadow, then what they're going to probably do is they're probably going to turn it around on you and run in the other direction. So you're a very, very strong divine feminine coming through. You're very raw and authentic, and that can scare the shit out of people. So I feel like with number 3, there might be a masculine that loves this about you, but also this frightens him at the same time. Okay? It frightens him at the same time. How could you love me knowing this about me? How can you accept what I've done? How can you forgive me for how I've been? That's very difficult, perhaps, for this masculine. So as much as he respects this about you, feminine, as much as he's drawn to this energy within you, right? He loves this about you, but it can also equally scare him as well, especially if he's not comfortable with his own darkness and shadow. Okay? So no matter what the outward appearances might be, we have love. See, the outward appearance to people, if they're judging you just quickly, and they're not getting to know you and they don't really know you, they're going to automatically say, maybe you're a judgmental person, you're heartless, you're this, you're that, I don't want anything to do with you. I rub people the wrong way all the time. But that's the connections that I make with people, they've got to be deep. That's why I don't have many people in my life at all. I don't talk to many people at all. You know, I'm either fully invested, there's no fair-weathered friends, there's no surface crap. I'm not dealing with any of it. I don't waste my time or energy. I need to be around people that are real, that want to go deep, or it's not happening. So a lot of people are going to fall to the wayside. A lot of people are going to misunderstand me. A lot of people are not going to be able to hang. Okay? So I feel like if you guys are resonating with that part of my personality, that could also be you as well. So your circle might be very small in this life. But the thing is, it's like quality over quantity. And you might feel really alone sometimes. You might feel like you're just never going to be able to find your soul like group or family, or you're never going to belong, etc. Right? I feel like this masculine, if he's still trying to kind of figure out who he is and find himself, he might be running away from you right now, divine feminine. So until he's ready to level up with you and embrace you on this level, it may be that there is a separation between the two of you guys for a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and get some messages here using the tarot. What else do we need to know here? Ooh, we have the Princess of Spring, the Page of Wands. We have energetic, outgoing, optimistic, creative. You're like the monarch butterfly. Look at that queen crown energy. So even though this is the Page of Wands, sees you as a queen. So we have creative opportunities that you feel passionate about fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. So first of all, this masculine sees you, feminine, as somebody who's very creative. Your energy is fire, very attractive energy. But that butterfly also is an indication here of transformation, going through some stuff, really having to grow into something, or really maybe even having to struggle to get to where you're at. So looking like someone who's very hardworking, somebody who has earned their position, as in you've crowned yourself, you've worked hard to get to the top, you've worked hard to get to where you're at or what you have. There's a lot of respect that this masculine has for this feminine, even if he is afraid of this certain aspects of himself. It doesn't matter. He still sees her as someone who has this power, and sometimes power can create fear in people. We have the Nine of Cups, Nine of Summer. This is a beautiful card. We have a Pomeranian dog. So cute, right? But then we have that little lamp. You know, rub the lamp and your wishes are fulfilled. That's what the Nine of Cups is. So it does say now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that's still yet to come. So this masculine also sees this feminine here as some sort of a dream or a wish come true. He might wish to be with her ultimately in the end. That really came through number 1 and 2 already. He might see her as a dream. He might also see her as somebody who has gotten what she's really wanted, but it's not out of luck. It is out of hard work. She has created some sort of status for herself. She has created maybe a beautiful home or beautiful surroundings. She's worked hard for what she has, and this masculine really respects this. He sees her as really, really feeling good about who she is. That's the Nine of Cups. You feel emotionally fulfilled. You feel like you're very, very blessed, and you just feel very good on your own. So it's a very independent vibe as well. with a 3 of Autumn, which is the 3 of Pentacles, miniature poodle dog. It says, your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions. I mean, look at this, you guys. That's what this masculine sees you as, someone who has followed your passions in work. Okay? You're doing something right now for a living that you absolutely love and enjoy. It says you've listened to your heart and you're doing what brings you joy. So again, your life purpose or your mission, these masculines are seeing you in divine feminine, and they're really seeing you thrive. It says your life purpose, here it is, your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. So yes, if you feminines have made the shift to follow your passions and to go after what your heart is telling you and just doing something, and you're living your purpose and mission now, this masculine is feeling this vibration, or he might even be watching you live your best life. That looks amazing. And then we have the 7 of Wands here, which is the gecko. It says, be assertive, believe in yourself. Yeah, you're strong, feminine. And don't let anyone take away your personal power. Hell no. Trust your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. So again, this is a divine feminine who is unapologetically herself. She's willing to stand alone rather than stand with others just to have people in her life. She is a way shower. She is an independent person. She's not afraid to say no. She's not afraid to tell people what she's thinking or how she feels, which might not make her as popular amongst groups, but she doesn't care because she would rather have quality over quantity. And this masculine sees her in her personal power and respects it and loves it. So now we have the awakening card, which is the hangman, which is Neptune Pisces energy. Giraffe. It says looking at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry about if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. Okay, so this masculine is starting to see things differently in this feminine. So perhaps before, regardless of whatever your history is, whenever you guys were speaking or talking or whatever's happening right now, this masculine is seeing things in a whole new way, divine feminine. And I also feel like you are responsible for some sort of an awakening within him. He may have not had it right away, but now that you are doing you and living your best life and in your purpose and your mission, this is actually responsible for this masculine's awakening. He is seeing something differently because you're evolving, you're changing, you're growing, you're in your personal power. And because he's connected to you, he's now inspired by you. So he's seeing things in a whole new way because he's seeing you in a whole new way. You're making him see things that he didn't see before. So you just living your best life is actually showing him the way and providing him inspiration to also want to level up and live his best life. I'm telling you, this entire reading is connected. So be sure to watch it all if you guys have the time or want to, because I feel like it's all connected. So anyways, you guys, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed these pick a card choices, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.